Start. As regards financial aid, that is a state problem, that is a union problem, and that is a problem for the whole of the country in respect of all developmental activities. Stop. One thing I must say, and that is that there are obvious limitations for the small growers. Stop. The acreage is limited and they cannot separate beyond that. They have got their paddy fields and their plantain gardens, and so due to limitations they cannot separate over. Stop. Any development of coffee means a large acreage, and that is not available to small growers. Stop. Even if they have got the capacity, it is very difficult for them to find forest lands nearby. Stop. It is not easily possible for any man to go over 50 miles and then take up a jungle. Stop. So the small growers have their own limitations. Stop. I am not going into that, but what I do say is that this idea introduced for the first time here in the parliament, that the interests of the small growers have got to be specially protected, is I submit a policy which will create a difference between the bigger grower and the small grower. Stop. I submit that there is no reason whatsoever to distrust the plantation industry and deny them the right to select their own representatives and to introduce the word nomination here. Stop. Why should we have nomination? Question mark. If there is need for separate representation for the small growers, why should we not reserve a seat in each place for the small grower? Question mark. That is the easiest and the best way to give representation to the small growers. Stop. This can easily be done, and therefore I submit that the words or nominated may kindly be deleted from the bill. Stop. I do not know whether the procedure would permit of it because there are certain difficulties, but in any case, if at least we get an assurance from my friend that these 12 are going to be elected, it would be something gained for a poor like me and for the industry. Stop. Paragraph. After the question of constitution of the board comes the question about the chairman. Stop. On that question, I hope, sir, that the House will kindly appreciate that for more than one reason it would not be the best arrangement to have a whole time appointed chairman. Stop. There are two suggestions in this connection. Stop. My honorable friend's suggestion is that it must be an elected office, as hitherto he has also said that out of the 13 years only for 1.5 years has there been a planter as chairman, otherwise the post was always held by the officer. Stop.